It's so many tourists down here. There's just so many people just like everywhere. Everywhere there's freaking people. The traffic is Good morning, you guys, my beautiful to-be family. How is everyone? Happy Saturday. Today is Saturday. I just got back from actually running a few errands already, but I have to go back out and do some things. Last night I actually went out with some girlfriends to just like kind of hang out, catch up, that sort of thing. And we went to like I want to say more upscale. I don't know if I like how this camera's positioned. Hold on. Is that better? Okay. We went to like a more upscale place rather than like the usual places we go to, which are a little less expensive. This place was a little fancier, but they did have a happy hour, and the food was good. I actually ate dinner. My friends, they just had like appetizers and drinks. I didn't eat all day, so I needed to get dinner, and I had a steak with a salad. Oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. Okay, you guys, so if you're about to watch this video, all I'm going to be doing is kind of chit-chatting. I have been jotting some things down like I had wanted to talk about. So, yeah, you can totally not watch this video, but listen to it. So if you're like washing dishes, this is what I do with talking videos. Washing dishes, cooking, anything like that, you can either just put me on speaker, Bluetooth, or just put your headphones in. So you can still work while you're watching videos, because if you're anything like me, I be needing to multitask my life. Alright, you guys, so loving my car. The last update, I think the last video is, you know, me talking about the car. Absolutely love it. It's just such a big difference between you know, a newer car and an older car. It's just like night and day. Like, there's no smells, there's no noises being made. I'm not like terrified every freaking few feet we drive that something's gonna happen. So it's definitely giving me a peace of mind, and I am thankful, you guys. A lot of times I don't share stuff in my life or talk about things because people, you know, think like you're bragging or you're trying to show off or whatever, and that's never what I want to do ever. But the car thing, because I had been talking so much to you guys about how my Jeep was like just giving me a hard time, I wanted to share with you guys that I did finally, hubby got me a new car. But I do love it. And Volvo, I have done research about Volvos forever, but Volvos are pretty expensive. I mean, I can see why. I've never owned a Volvo. I've known people that had Volvos, and I absolutely loved them. Hubby's dad actually had a Volvo truck, the one that I want, but back in the day, I want to say like 10 years ago. And he let me drive that truck, you guys, and that's when I fell in love with Volvo. It was it was beautiful. It was white, like what I want. And it was just a smooth ride. And he told me that when he got rid of it, he was going to give it to me. And that didn't happen. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But that's when I fell in love with Volvo. And then, like I said, I have a few friends who have Volvos. And I absolutely love Volvos. Like, some of my friends are like, Volvos are like a old person's well-established car. Like, a old adult who, like, retired from being, like, a lawyer or something. I was like, well, hey, shit, I'll take it. I don't care. You know, they're good cars. I absolutely love them. And one of hubby's friends was here for our party. I know I'm rambling, y'all. That's why I told y'all get comfortable. One of hubby's friends who was here for the party that we had last month, he is a Volvo guy, and I think he drives a Benz now, but he was freaking talking to me for like 30 minutes about how much he loves Volvo and why Volvos are good investments and blah blah. I'm appreciative, but y'all, he was going on. You can't kill them and whatever. And I was like, oh, thanks so much for the info. All right, enough of that. All right, let's talk about these clowns, you guys. I have, like I said, I've been jotting down some things that I kind of wanted to talk about, but you know, it takes me a minute to get a free moment to do it. What in the world is going on with the clowns? Okay, in New York, clowns have been sighted everywhere. Not where I live, but definitely where I work. They have signs around and stuff about people not being able to enter government buildings with certain things on, and if you see a clown, call the police. They banned clown costumes in some neighborhoods already because of this crazy clown outbreak. Now, I don't know if this is like real, you know, charged off of like all the political nonsense that's going on, or these are just some clowns, you know, trying to distract us or whatever. Oh, they're probably looking for a house. They keep riding back and forth looking at properties. I have no idea, but the thing is, let me see a clown. That's where I'm gonna feel threatened. I'm gonna kick a clown in the nuts, in the face. I don't care. You better not be a fucking clown trying to scare me, because I go into a freaking attack mode. But let me know, you guys, if you guys have heard anything about clowns in your area, people dressing up as clowns, scaring people, or trying to terrorize the neighborhood. One of my girlfriends said it's the government's way to distract us from what's really going on. And I'm like, how could we be distracted from what's really going on? Because what's really going on in our world today is pretty scary enough, okay? So, I don't know. Which segues me in right into this election mess. I don't know where you guys stand politically. I don't like to talk about politics. If you've been a loyal Tubi of mine, then you've heard me say it a bunch of times. Politics and religion are very touchy topics, and, you know, just depending on where you are, like who you around, whether you want to engage in these conversations, I really try to keep politics and religion away from like my work environment. Like, it comes up, but it's just so sensitive, and you can basically start wars with people. Man, they driving back around again. You could totally start wars with people about religion and freaking politics. But what I will say, you guys, is that I'm very disappointed that our world has these two people who I feel like still, after all of these months of campaigning, have not talked about anything that would help our society, our country, our youth, anything of substance. It's been basically a white trash reality show, I feel like. And I don't feel that either one of these candidates has our best interests, meaning us as humans, as the nation. I don't feel either one of them has the ability to run the nation well. And although I don't feel any president has 100% completely done right by the people, there's just some people you would just automatically think would get disqualified, right, from running for president. But I guess not. It's the world that we live in. So I joke about this, and I've spoken about this before, but I'm kind of like dead ass serious. Like, I feel like I need a bunker. One of those bomb shelters. Like, who knows if we're going to go into World War III with all these crazy people running our country and making these decisions for us where we have no say so. Taxes. I'm kind of scared what's going to happen with taxes. I feel we are totally forced to pay for shit that we shouldn't have to pay for in our country, and you have no say so. Trump could not pay taxes for however many years, 30 years, and he's still free and actually running for president. If you and I didn't pay our taxes, I mean, just even a small amount, you're gonna go to fucking jail, or you're gonna get arrested and have to appear before court and answer your whole fucking life as to why you didn't pay your $230 of taxes. It's sad. It really makes me angry, to freaking be an American. I'm proud to be an American, but come on now. This world is just full of double standards and just nonsense. It's really sad. But I do wish I could afford to build a bunker underground somewhere where when shit gets crazy, like, it's already crazy, all right? The clowns are out. Literally, that I could just, me, my husband, and whoever, my family, we could go into our bunker and you couldn't fucking get in, and we had, you know, what we needed to survive. And I tell him now, you know, like, I like to be prepared. I don't know if you could be prepared for something so crazy as a world war, but I would like to think I'm sort of prepared. All right, let's move on. Brooklyn, you guys, y'all know that's my hometown. Yes, it is. Was named one of the most expensive places to live in New York as of last month. Now, I've been to Brooklyn recently, and Brooklyn is totally not what it used to be. In a good way, but also it's bad as well, because people that are from Brooklyn, they basically have lived there their whole lives, are now being forced out because they cannot afford to live there any longer. These developers and things are coming into Brooklyn, which I think is good, you know, changing things up. New businesses, you know, new properties and things like that. But what is not good is for those that can't afford to live where they've lived their whole lives, being forced out and they have nowhere to go. Now, Brooklyn, one of the most expensive places to live in New York, is a bit shocking. I believe it used to be Manhattan, but Manhattan now is so overcrowded, and, you know, you can't walk down the street without bumping into somebody. The next best place is Brooklyn because it's so close to Manhattan, and now Brooklyn is one of the most expensive places to live. So New York in general is just freaking ridiculous when it comes to rent, mortgage, anything. If you're thinking about moving to New York, I mean, it's awesome. You get to experience all 4 seasons, which brings a lot of excitement to your life, but it's hella expensive. I mean, the average rent here is $1,200-$1,300. And that's for like a studio. That we're not even talking bedrooms. Like a studio is like $1,200-$1,300. It's very sad. It's very sad. It's definitely hard to come up in New York if you're not very disciplined, have a good job, have a partner. If you're single and you basically have like a regular job or no job, because there are people in here that don't work, you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna get stuck. You're gonna get left behind. New York is definitely full of movers and shakers, and people are out here, if they're doing it the right way or the wrong way, but they're getting money. And it's sad, but a lot of people get left behind. A lot of, like I said, poor people who may not have, like, older people and stuff like that, who really don't have the option to, you know, work and move themselves or stay where they are to be able to afford. And it's so sad, you guys. It's so sad. I don't have any sympathy for the people that are just fucking lazy and choose not to work, you know, based off of whatever, pure laziness, and they complain. Those are the people that complain a lot as well, you know, that they can't do this, they can't do that. If you're not even trying to help yourself or better yourself, please shut the fuck up and have several seats. I don't want to hear shit from a motherfucker who basically their whole lives has done nothing with themselves, who hasn't tried to excel, who hasn't tried to make a better lives for them and their families, and you collect a government check. You can't complain. If you haven't tried to do shit, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear shit from anybody. Oh, I can't do this. Or I'm on a budget because I don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. You don't have money because you chose not to do anything to excel yourself. Those people I have no type of sympathy for. And I know so many of them. And I just want to punch them in the face. All right, you guys, moving on. So the iOS 10 update, I downloaded it, I want to say last week, the beginning of last week, and I'm always very hesitant about doing upgrades and, you know, new software and that sort of thing, because there's always like some kinks that need to be worked out, and it usually messes up your phone. And I think I did wait, because I didn't download it as soon as it came out, but I think I either waited like a week or 2 weeks before downloading the update, and I really do like it. I like a lot of the new features. I haven't got the iPhone 7 yet. I'm still waiting, you guys. One of my friends did purchase it, and they were telling me, you know, how much they liked it and the new features, and they haven't had any trouble yet. So maybe next week I'll go. I've been putting it off, but as soon as I get it, I will share with you guys. But I do like the new update. The iOS 10 is pretty cool. Some of the features are you can draw live through messaging. Like if you're sending a text message, you can draw it and they can actually see you drawing in real time. I thought that was pretty cool. Certain words when text creates like a 3D graphic effect on your phone. So for example, and I'm about to give you guys some good news, I passed my test, you guys. Woo! I'm always screaming in this car, right? So I passed my test, the test that I was studying for all those months, and we finally got our results. I am so relieved. I am so happy. I did not do as well as I wanted. I wanted to be like number fucking 1 through 10 on the list, but I am on the list and I did okay. So I'm totally happy about that. So people that found out that I passed, they were sending me text messages like congratulating me, and when I opened my text messages, a bunch of confetti was on my phone, and I was like, oh my god, that is like so cool. So if somebody, you can try it if you downloaded the iOS 10, if somebody sends you a text message that says congratulations, your phone will have like confetti coming down the phone. I thought that was so cool. So that's one of the features. The emojis are now bigger. When you send them, they are like triple the size, I want to say. So which I think is kind of cool. And some other things like they have some new alarm features. If you hold the message, you can get like a preview pop up, or it's just cool. It's just cool. I don't know all of the things, but it's cool. I like it. So far, so good. Next, you guys, I want to talk about Safari from Love and Hip Hop. Well, now he's on Love and Hip Hop. Now, you guys, I stopped doing my reviews because I didn't have the time to keep up with it any longer. But I still do watch my Ratchet shows, Ratchet TV Monday. And I've been watching this one, the Hollywood one, and Safari, Young Nicki Minaj's ex-man, is on there. Now, I've always liked him. I just like the way that he had carried himself. Like, I felt like he was respectable enough. When they broke up, he didn't really say anything too disrespectful about her. He kept it what I thought was cute, and, you know, I respect that. And he just seemed to be like a cool dude, right? But on this show, you guys, I really can't even understand why he is freaking acting like such a douche. Like, to me, it seems like they're telling him that this is what he should do. But it's so unattractive to see like a man act like I want to say like a child. He's listening to Ray J telling him shit. Like Ray J's telling him what to say in his fake, you know, these relationships are fake. These little meetups, these relationships, like, it's just like, what? Like, it's so corny to me, and I don't like it. It's not a good look for you, Safari. I don't know if this is really you, or, you know, you're just doing it for TV, but you need to get the hell off Love and Hip Hop, or you need to change your whole, how you interact with people, because you looking real suspect out there to your Brooklyn Nights. You know, Safari's from Brooklyn, you guys. And I don't like how he's being portrayed on the show. So maybe it'll change, maybe it won't. I don't know. I still like him. You know, I follow him on Instagram. I like that he kind of does his own thing. I always like people that do their own thing. I don't like fucking followers. But Love and Hip Hop's not a good look for him. Birth of a Nation, you guys. Moving on. This is the movie by Nate Parker about Nat Turner. Most of you should know who Nat Turner is, but if you don't, just make sure you do some research. It is part of your history. I was so disappointed in the turnout at the movies. Hubby and I told ourselves that we were definitely going to support Nat Turner and go see this movie about a slave, Nate Turner, who rebelled against being a slave. Now, you know, they have so many movies about slavery and, you know, how basically we were treated like shit. And in most of the movies, the slaves are just content and followed massa orders and didn't, you know, do anything. But there's so many stories out there which tell about the slaves who were not having it, like who knew that this was wrong and that tried to fight against it. I cried throughout the whole movie because I'm very I don't know, that type of stuff, like, it's history, it's real, it happened, it hurts me, it hurts my heart. But I was disappointed because our movie theater basically had no one in it, and I was like, wow, like, our people don't support each other. Now, I know there was, like, some drama, behind Nate's, before all of this came out, but basically they said that all of this shit that came out about him raping that girl, now I don't know what's true, what's not true, so I'm not going to speculate, but he wasn't convicted of rape. He knew the girl, supposedly, and that was it. Him and the other guy both didn't get charged. So I saw in reading, you know how Facebook is, people post stuff, a lot of people were like, oh, they're not supporting a rapist, but I feel like this story came out right now, was used to sabotage him with this movie. Of course, because it's about black people killing the white slave owners. You always think about why certain things come out. Now, Nate Parker has been around for a very long time. He's been in several movies, and none of this stuff has come out. I mean, it also could, everything's not about race, guys. I'm not one of those people that feel like, oh, everything's about race. I'm definitely not one of those people, so I don't want to get it confused. But a lot of things do boil down to race and racism. And it's still alive and well in our society today. If you're not sleeping under a rock, you can clearly see that. But all the other movies he was out, none of this information, all the other movies he was in that were out, none of this rape stuff had come up from when he was a teenager. Now, I'm not fucking condoning rape, obviously. But from the information that I could gather, I didn't read the transcript. They said that's what made a lot of people feel like they shouldn't support him because of the court transcripts that came out. And there was something said about he still had sex with her, although she was passed out. But I don't know all the ins and outs. What I will say is, when a movie that tells such a powerful story about your history comes out, you should support it. That's it. With your dollars, not, you know, bootlegging or whatever. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it. Go see it in the movie theater and, you know, learn something. All right, moving on. Christmas is approaching us, you guys. I know that it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but if you've been following me for a while, you know every year we do, like, since we've bought the house, we do ugly Christmas party or ugly Christmas sweater party. This year, I've already started looking for my sweater already. So we're in October. I've already started looking for my sweater. There's so many that I like, and I can't decide. There's a bunch that I liked for hubby, and I sent them to him, and he was like, why are you sending me this, and it's not even Thanksgiving yet? And I'm like, bruh, you better get on it, okay? You better get on it, because last year, I think it was last year, he had trouble finding a damn sweater, and he was pissed. He ended up having to get a sweatshirt, Christmas ugly sweatshirt, and he was mad. So I'm trying to help his ass out so he could be ahead of the game. So do you guys do ugly Christmas sweaters around Christmas? I think it's so fun and so cute, and I like doing it, but I'm already on board with getting mine. Rob and Blac Chyna, you guys, I have not watched one full episode of that show. I watched like bits and pieces, and I swear to you, it's like the corniest, most fake thing ever. You can clearly see that Blac Chyna is not interested in Rob Kardashian in a loving way whatsoever. I'm sure this was her meal ticket. Everybody do what you gotta do. I think that is horrible that you would bring a child into the world just to get a meal ticket. But hey, I don't know. Her mom, a mess. Tokyo Tony, I think that's her name. Like, are you guys watching Robin? And I just can't watch it. Like, the way she talks to him. I kind of knew the shit was, the whole relationship was bullshit anyway. I mean, you meet somebody and the next thing you know, you're pregnant within months. You don't know them. You had beef with the come on now. This is all nonsense. But, you know, this was her meal ticket. I'm sure her mom co-signed this shit. Like, girl, you know, you get him, because he got low self-esteem. He hated his family, you know, so it was like a perfect opportunity to use him. And use him they did, because now he's gonna have a fucking kid with this girl forever. Housewives of Atlanta is coming back. I just recently saw the preview for the upcoming season, and it looks good. They trying to say Candy is a lesbian. That doesn't really surprise me at all, but I'm sure she didn't want that to come out for the world. Who knows? I don't know, but that's what they're saying. Candy's a lesbian. They look like there's more fighting, you know, on there, and I'll be watching. Christmas this year, if you remember last year, I did tell you guys that I wanted to do a whole new Christmas theme this year, and I'm actually excited to start, because they do have some Christmas stuff in like Target and Walmart and stuff. I'm actually excited to figure out what theme I want to use. Oh, here comes like a bunch of people. Oh my god, I hate that. Walking in front of my house. In front of my house, that's where the main road is. My house is like on the corner, and they're like standing right. I think this lady does not even know that I am here. Hi.
Hi there. This is an invitation for you.
Okay.
Just to the Kingdom Hall up the road.
Okay.
The talk on love.
Okay.
It's an identifying mark of the Christian congregation.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Laura, and your
Crystal.
name? Crystal. Take care.
Bye-bye. Okay, you guys. Did you see that? All right. Laura invited me to the Kingdom Hall. All right, moving on, you guys. So I'm excited to actually be decorating all new theme for this Christmas. And I didn't start actually buying anything, but I've been looking at some color schemes and what I want to do and that sort of thing. So I am excited about that. Rihanna's new dreads. I'm gonna post some pictures up here. What do you guys think? I'm trying to speed this up because I'm already at 27 minutes. What do you guys think about Rihanna's new dreads? I think they look really cute on her. I've seen people do the fake dreads, but they didn't look as good. I like how they look on her. They may look a bit heavy in some of the ponytail style she does, but other than that, I think that they're cute. So I'm going to share my Olive Garden experience with you guys. Now, I've never been to Olive Garden before. I went recently, not too long ago, and I just remember being a kid and always hearing like Olive Garden was like this fancy little Italian restaurant that you go to on special occasions. I don't know why, and I had never been. And I told my husband, because there's an Olive Garden not too far from us, that I wanted to go to Olive Garden. And he's like, oh my God, there's nothing special about it. It's not a big deal. Trust me, you're not missing anything. And I freaking bugged him and bugged him and bugged him. And he was like, all right, you want to go? Let's go. So you can see that it's not all you think it is. We went to Olive Garden, you guys. First of all, as soon as we walked in, it smelled funny. Okay. Any place you walk in where it smells funny, then there's an issue. So I was turned off immediately by the smell, but I was starving and didn't want to leave. My husband, basically, that smell set the tone for his mood. He was already in a stink-ass mood, and he was just like, oh my God, like, you really want to stay here? And I was like, I'm here now. I just want to see how it is, whatever. The food was disgusting. Oh my God, it was so nasty. Like, I just couldn't believe how nasty that food was. So basically, I had like a pasta dish. The pasta had absolutely no flavor. The sauce, whatever. We had bread. The bread was disgusting. Everything was nasty, you guys. It was so nasty. The salad was good. That was the only thing I felt like that was good. And everything else was just nasty. So hubby, basically the whole time, he was like, I told you so. I told you so. They put us all the way in the back. I didn't see, well, I think we saw one other black couple there. And hubby was like, and they're racist, right? And I was like, why do you think they're racist? He was like, there was mad seats up front. Why are we sitting all the way in the back? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. But we were like all the